This happened when I was 7, and I was sleeping in my parents' room because I didn't have my own room at the time. My dad was at work, which was about 30 minutes away from the house at the time. It was around 2:32 in the morning when I woke up to go to the bathroom and get a glass of water before going back to sleep. I spent a while in the bathroom, and since I didn't have a phone at the time, I was playing with my old SpongeBob Knows Your Name doll from around 2001. I finished going to the bathroom and proceeded to go out to the kitchen where my grandfather was asleep and left the television on. I just left it on as he tends to keep it on 24/7. It seemed a bit tense in the kitchen, but I just ignored it. I poured myself a glass of water from our old water dispenser, and I went back to my parents' room and I laid back down after drinking my water. Around 10 minutes passed, and I couldn't fall back to sleep. I looked for my mother's iPad, which I usually just watch YouTube videos until I fall asleep. I found the iPad case, opened it, and it was dead. I put it back right where I found it and just laid there. 2 minutes passed, and I suddenly had the urge to sit up. I followed the urge and sat up, stuck staring at the corner where my parents' lamp is. It turned off randomly, and I saw some black figure. It choked me until I could wake my mother up, who was right next to me on the bed. She got up, and I could barely speak. I was completely out of breath. She grabbed me and ran into the living room where my grandfather was sleeping and told me to sleep out there for the rest of the night. The exact day after that, I was sitting on the couch with my SpongeBob doll and my Woody doll. My Woody doll wouldn't stop going off, so we had to take out the batteries. A few hours after that, the Woody doll went off again, but this time in a much louder manner, to where you could hear it from all the way from the back of the house. It just said, "Reach for the sky." I grabbed it and checked the batteries after it was done saying the phrase. The batteries weren't even in there, so it just makes it even more confusing. Not to mention that my SpongeBob doll said, "I'm going to kill you, James," which is my name, but was never programmed into the doll, nor was the phrase. So it just makes it even more creepy. I'm 12 now, and every time I wake up at around 3 a.m., I feel something watching over me.